However, my name is June Simpson. Today I'm going to be doing an album review of Marvin's Marvellous Mechanical Museum by Tally Hall. Tally Hall is in my top 5 bands of all time, and this is in my top 20 albums of all time. And I'm just so glad to be able to do a review on this, and I'm so glad to have a vinyl copy. To start off, we have one of my favourite album covers of all time. There's just so much going on here, and all 5 band members are just absolutely amazingly drawn. Like, there's so many details, it's unbelievable, and like so many references to later songs. The back of it's really nice as well. Although it's basic, it's made really nice with a nice font. Here's one of the inserts. It comes with this little picture on the front and the lyrics on the back. No intricate sleeve, just the regular paper one, but I love the actual record. There's the front of it and there's the back. So, side A has Good Day, Greener, Welcome to Tally Hall, Taken for a Ride, The Bidding, Be Born, and The Whole World and You. And side B has Banana Man, Just Apathy, A Spring and a Storm, True Love, Haiku, Ruler of Everything, and a secret track, Hidden in the Sand. Although since I have a vinyl copy, the track listing is different than what the CD copy is. On the CD, the song Banana Man comes right after Be Born, unlike the song The Whole World and You on this one. And on the CD, The Whole World and You is the second last track instead of Haiku. That's cool though. But I'm gonna go for the vinyl track list. So, we start off with one of my favourite songs by them, and one of my favourite songs of all time, Good Day. This song is just very, this, in my opinion, is the perfect Tally Hall song. It's everything you would want in them. The dueling vocals, the beautiful guitar work, the cheeriness only to be brought in by the somber tone in the middle and then right back into the upbeat stuff. The beautiful piano playing, it's just absolutely amazing. And like I said about the multiple vocalists on this one, I believe the 3 vocalists were the first 3, Joe Hawley, who's the red tie, Zubin Seiji, the blue tie, and Rob Cantor, the yellow tie. As you'll hear in a different song on this album, all of the members are identified by their colour of tie. Joe Hawley, who's the rhythm guitarist, is shown with a red tie. Zubin Seiji, the bassist, is shown with a blue tie. Rob Cantor, the lead guitarist, is shown with a yellow tie. Ross Federman, the drummer, is shown with a grey tie, and Andrew Horowitz, the keyboard player, is shown with a green tie. So anyway, absolutely amazing song, which follows amazingly into one, in my opinion, the more upbeat sounding ones, Greener. As I said, it's the most upbeat sounding track, although the actual lyrics are just really sad. The way that it's written, it makes it sound like it's the singer talking about a relationship that's just not working out anymore. Rob Cantor always has such just sad songs, but also so beautiful. Just like the lyric in Welcome to Tally Hall, heterophonic tunes of How Love Bites, which he does. Almost all of Rob Cantor's songs are just sad love pieces. That's especially prominent on their second and final album, Good and Evil. Yeah, he has a lot of pretty sad songs. Although they are some of my favourites at least. Anyway, Green are absolutely beautiful. Beautiful in lyrics and just so upbeat and fun, and like the guitar. I've always said that Tally Hall is a lot like the Beatles mixed with Weezer. It sounds stupid, but the Beatles, as in, they always have such an upbeat tone usually, and with the upbeat tone, always such like dark, sad lyrics sometimes. And Weezer, as in, they're just this sort of indie rock sort of band, which was especially prominent around the mid-2000s when they started. This album came out in 2005. So yeah, great track. Next track is one of my favourites, Welcome to Tally Hall. Love this track a lot. This was the track that got me into Tally Hall. I got into him because my best friend really likes them, so I decided to give them a listen, and this song started and immediately I was hooked, and now I just can't get enough of them. They're my third favourite band of all time and I listen to them every day. Welcome to Tally Hall is like just talking about the band, introducing all of the members. Yellow Tide the Suave Fellow writes Hereford tunes of How Love Bites, as I was talking about. Red the Proud Life Guy we adore is his up too high, we'll turn up more. See? Just really clever stuff. Like, there's so much clever lyrics in here. It's just, the more you look into it and the more you just learn about the band, the better it even gets. And not even with the lyrics, it's such a good instrumental as well. Just everyone's at the top of their peak right now, and it's absolutely amazing. And that just leads on perfectly to our fourth track, Taken for a Ride. Forgot to mention, but a lot of these tracks were written by Andrew Horowitz. Yeah, Andrew and Rob are the main writers. Although, obviously, like the Beatles and any other band, the others always have songs that they write as well. So yeah, Taken for a Ride. It starts off really slowly with this cool effect on one of their voices. I think it's Andrew, but I can't remember right. And then it starts like getting more upbeat and just slowly ramping up with all the others singing along. Apart from Ross, of course, because he's only sang on one song, I think, from their second album, and even then it was for like a minute, called Him for a Scarecrow, which I've pre-ordered that album since it just got repressed on vinyl, so I'll let you know whenever I do an album review of that. Can't wait to do that. So anyway, Taken for a Ride is one of the most upbeat sounding songs. I'm not actually sure what the meaning behind this one is, but just the chorus is the best part of the song. It slows down a lot, but it's just so beautiful and just absolutely astonishing. And then after that beautiful chorus, it just goes back into the cheery stuff, just like the slow part of Good Day. And after the second chorus in Taken for a Ride, it goes into a really fast like drum section, which ends the song perfectly. Anyway, amazing song, definitely one of the highlights of the album. Next track is The Bidding. This is probably the most famous song of the album. Actually, second most famous. I'll get to the most famous soon. So yeah, The Bidding is a really like chilled out, funky sort of song. This song was written by Joe Hawley, the rhythm guitarist. Now, I won't say my opinion on Joe Hawley. He's an amazing musician, one of my favourite musicians, but obviously, if you know anything about Tally Ho, there's been a lot of allegations against him, which I won't go into right now, but someone made a really amazing video that I'll link in the description if you ever want to watch it. Just know it goes into some really deep stuff. Anyway, Joe Hawley is one of my favourite writers and guitarists as a musician. Not as a person, bad person, but I always separate the art from the artist. So if that's not out of the way, let's just get into this song. The bidding, as I said, is a really funky track. It's just so chilled out. Like, the verses are quite laid back, but the choruses are quite upbeat and fast, like a lot of their stuff. This is one of the songs where I feel like the Weezer influence really sinks in. Really good. Next track is Be Born. For some reason, a lot of Tally Ho fans don't like this track. Well, I really like it. It's like a country track, sort of. Yeah, it's a country track, just like, yeah. Bob Cantor wrote this track, and I believe sings on it. Sorry? Yeah. I think the meaning is just that. Sorry? It's about a father just saying to his child while the child is being born. Really sweet sort of song and nice just to listen to. And the final track on side A is The Whole World and You. This is one of two tracks in their whole career where Andrew has lead vocals. Although I do think he has the weakest vocals of the band, Andrew just is an absolute great singer and he produces some beautiful music. And even nowadays, after Tally Ho split up, he releases some beautiful classical piano pieces. Love his stuff, and this track is really short, but it's like 2 minutes long or something. But it's just so fun. As I said, Andrew has the weakest vocals of them all in my opinion, but as one of my favourite videos on Tally Ho said, he has a good voice but it only works on certain types of songs. That's why I think the second song he played on You on their second album, Good and Evil, didn't work as well with his vocals. But this one being a sort of jazz tune, like a really upbeat jazz sort of song, it works absolutely perfectly. And as he said, the only problem I have is that it's not longer. This is one of the shortest songs they've made and it's absolutely amazing. It's just so upbeat and it just makes me happy every time I hear it. And with that ending, we get on to side B. Side B starts off with Banana Man, one of my favourite songs, again written and sung by Joe Hawley. And this song has so many interpretations behind it, what I think of it is just about drugs, but there's one about criticising religions when it sounds stupid, but the more I heard about that, it makes more sense. There's another amazing video about that I'll link down there. So, Banana Man is a really funky tune, and Joe Hawley no one else would have the better vocals for that one. They just work so well on this track. And he was actually the one that filmed the music video for this, which was the first video the band ever made. Love that music video, it's just so weird and just absolutely amazing. So, next track is another Bob Cantor track, Just Apathy. While I do think this is one of the weaker tracks by Rob, it's still beautiful at its own right. It starts off with a really nice piano part, and then everyone else just joins in. Rob has absolutely beautiful vocals that I just can't get enough of. I really love Rob Cantor. And Andrew has beautiful piano piece on this, like I said, and also Ross has an amazing little, just really slow, relaxed drum beat on this. Ross Federman is one of my favourite drummers of all time, and I just can't get enough of all of his beats. Next track is one of the funny ones, True Love. At least that's how I think you spell it. TWO, which I think is 2, but with the WUV, I always call it True Love. Like, weird, just like this song. Anyway, enough pronunciation lessons, so let's just get into this track. This is one of like the funnier songs. It's a story about this guy who has a crush on both of the Olsen twins at the same time. It's just that weird sort of humour. Again, this track is really like Weezer, which I feel like would be a Weezer song, just that whole plot. It's just so weird. And just, it starts off with one of the best guitar riffs they've ever made. It's just so rocking and amazing. Next track is another Rob Cantor heterophonic tune of How Love Bites, Haiku. This is another love track, obviously, and also something clever is that all of the verses are almost written in the haiku format but off by one syllable. That's just really just tongue-in-cheek funny humour. As I've said before, my favourite band of all time is 10cc, and I mainly love them because of their sense of humour, and this feels right on board. Just the song is called Haiku, but all the verses are off of a haiku by one syllable. It's just funny. And the song is about a guy who's struggling to write a haiku poem for his girlfriend. That's really fun. And also, I love the guitar on this one. It's another quite cheery song. And next track is one of, in my opinion, the best songs ever made, Ruler of Everything. The story behind this is that Joe Hawley wrote this in one sleepless night when his mind was just filled with thoughts of the infinite. That's a thought that Joe Hawley always had. Like, the key message of this song is that time is infinite, but people aren't. I'm sorry for saying this again, but there's another absolutely amazing video on this that I'll link in the description. So please check out all of these videos if you're interested. Show everyone just so much respect. Tally Hall is one of my favourite bands, so please check them out. They only have 2 albums, so it'll be an easy listen. So yeah, Ruler of Everything. What I think is that they purposely made all of the sections of this song feel liminal, like you've heard them before when you haven't, just to show how the grasp of time is. All of it's just absolutely genius, and I mean, the lyrics are so beautiful. Joe Hawley is an amazing writer, and I can't even grasp my head around a lot of stuff that he writes, but I love nothing else. And usually that would be the end of the album. Except there's a hidden track, which all of a sudden became Tally Hall's most popular song, Hidden in the Sand. This is just absolutely beautiful. I love the vocals, but it's only like 2 minutes long, just like The Whole World to You. It's just so slow, and like, it's supposed to sound like it's being played on an old sort of radio, but then the production just sort of flips and just gets so clear and absolutely perfect, and it's just it's a perfect way to end the album. Ruler of Everything would be a perfect way to end the album, but so would Hidden in the Sand. They are two perfect endings and they chose them both. And I just find that amazing. So, I'm so glad I get to make this video. As I've said multiple times, Tally Hall is my third favourite band of all time, and this is one of my favourite albums. So, thank you so much for watching this, and my three favourite tracks are Ruler of Everything. Oh wait, I forgot a track. I'm doing this in one take and I completely forgot one of the tracks. I'm an idiot. So, the song after Just Apathy is A Spring and a Storm. This is one of my favourite tracks. How could I forget it? Alright, so, Spring and a Storm. I have no idea how I could forget this. It's one of my favourite tracks they've ever released. So, Spring and a Storm. It starts off just really slow and has some of my favourite lyrics of all time. It's just absolutely amazing. This again was written by Joe Hawley, which explains why it has some of my favourite lyrics. And it's just so slow, and much like Ruler of Everything, it's split into like 3 parts. Like a beginning, middle and end. The start of it's really just slow and just calming. Then it just ramps up a little bit and gets like more sort of upbeat, and then it goes into a weird section that's sort of like a conversation, which talks about like death and stuff, but in just a beautiful manner. Then it goes into this upbeat sort of like triumphant section, which is my favourite part of the song. And then it just calmly goes out with a never again. It's just absolutely beautiful. Still can't believe I forgot to mention it, that there's a first time for everything, and that's my first time for getting a song on this channel. So, for mentioning that track, my 3 favourite tracks are Ruler of Everything, Good Day, and This Is Hard, Taken for a Ride. So, I hope you enjoyed that, and funny ending, but hope you enjoyed that. Bye.
We were playing in the sand, and you found a little band. You told me you fell in love with it, hadn't gone as I planned. When you had to bid adieu, said you'd never love anew. I wondered if I could hold it and fall in love with it too. You told me to buy a pony, but all I wanted was you.
Powered out the bar window.